Alright guys, welcome back to another fantastical video. In the previous days, a lot of crazy stuff has happened with, the Lunchly release and everything. People clowning on it, people making memes on it. And probably the most recent right now being KSI's response video to DanTDM. But before we get into all of that, I first need to say something about what I said in the previous video. Previously, on Red Rupert, I talked about how Mr. Beast and Logan Paul's Lunchable ripoff is bad. Basically going over what DanTDM said about it. And since then, a lot of other goofiness has happened. But in that video, I said this. If this video gets 10 likes, I'll actually buy these and taste test them on video. I'll just compare them to Lunchables, we'll see how good it is. That's right, I said if we got 10 likes on that video, I would make a Lunchables and Lunchly comparison video. And guess how much likes we got at the time of recording this video? We ended up getting 53 likes. So naturally, I went onto Target.com and searched for these Lunchlys. And turns out, it's not available at Target. And you know what, I was like, okay, maybe it's not available at Target, maybe I'll check HEB. And for those of y'all who don't know what an HEB is, it's basically Texas's primary source of groceries. So naturally, I went onto the website, searched up Lunchly, and found absolutely nothing. So I was beginning to get a little worried until I realized that I had one more option: Walmart. So I went to Walmart.com, typed in Lunchly like a good little Christian boy, and bam, there was nothing but Lunchables. So at this point, I was beginning to get a little concerned, because if it's not at Target, and it's not at HEB, and it's not at Walmart of all places, where the hell can I get this? So I ended up searching up where is Lunchly sold, and this is what I found. Lunchly is being sold at Dillon's, Ralph's, Food 4 Less, Marano's, and Kroger, among other retailers. According to the new brand site, it will roll out at Albertsons later this month. Our end game has always been not only to provide high quality products, but also healthier alternatives, Paul said in a statement. But now that begs the question, what the hell is a Kroger? What is a Dillon's? What is a Ralph's? What is a Food 4 Less? What is a Mariano's? What's an Albertsons, for Pete's sake? So I searched up the nearest Kroger to me, and turns out it's around 35 light years away. So I searched up Dillon's, hoping that there was one close to me, or somewhat close to me. Turns out it's all the way in Kansas. Yep, that's right. I was not able to find a Dillon's close enough to me in Texas. And now I'm at a little bit of a standstill where I don't know where the hell to get this stuff. So for the time being, I don't know how I'm supposed to get this thing. So yeah, this is just me letting y'all know that the taste test isn't probably going to come out for any time soon. Until it releases in Walmart or Target, then I'll do the taste test comparison. But for now, I'm just not gonna be able to. So yeah, I'm really sorry to let y'all down, but don't worry. Once it releases in all of the other, actual popular stores, then I will go out and buy them. I just think it's kind of embarrassing that none of the major retailers are gonna buy this shit. And probably because of how dog shit it is. But hey, what do I know? And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be taking a look at the KSI response video.
Give a bit more context to what's going on. A DanTDM response to JJ and Logan's new announcement. There we go. Here's the context we need. So, obviously released Lunchly, and DanTDM replied. This is what he had to say.
What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better. Do better.
So yeah, by the beginning of this video, we can probably see what KSI is going to try to do here. I'd figure he'd try to make DanTDM look like a crybaby bitch about this. But hey, let's continue watching this.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, let me go to Twitter to show my response. Now, for those of you that don't know, I actually came off Twitter a while ago because I think my feed was just fucked. But yeah, I was just seeing some crazy weird stuff to the point where, I don't know, it was messing with my psyche, messing with my aura, and I was like, alright, I need to get out of this. So I kind of just stopped using Twitter. DanTDM came through with his tweet, so I was like, alright, I gotta reply to this. So this is what I said. Looks like crap to me, while showing his toys that he sold to kids. How does this benefit your fans, Dan?
So KSI tries to spin this around on DanTDM, being like, oh hey, you know, you also have a Tube Heroes, you have a U2s, you have all of this, you can't be talking shit. Just to find out that he had his own U2s and his own Tube Heroes figure. And one thing that he never showed was the community notes. Not only has KSI worked with them before, the CEO of U2's, Austin Long, got his start by managing the Sidemen and was an executive producer on their YouTube Red show. Basically put it, KSI can't be talking when somebody who was literally connected with him is managing U2's. But hey, let's keep on watching.
Now obviously people didn't realize that I was shining a mirror in his face. Instead they were like,
wait, you did the same as Dan. You made toys with Tube Heroes.
and yes, that's fair, but I'm not the one complaining.
Well, okay then. He was talking about food, not merchandise and toys.
And I'm like, okay, sure, let's keep moving the goalposts. But okay, did I reply to this? He was sponsored, then promoted, and made a whole video on Munch Pack, a monthly sub box full of food and candy to his Minecraft audience full of kids. Now what? At this point, his fans imploded. Self-combustion occurred on Twitter. And they just didn't know how to react. Some just decided just to be racist.
KSI, there's a difference between, you know, being sponsored by a company and owning a company. There's a big difference there. All because DanTDM gets sponsored by Munch Pack doesn't mean that he owns Munch Pack. It's a massive difference rather than having, you know, partial ownership over Lunchly. Now, when he responded to this on Twitter, people posted this. The reference video is over 9 years old on DanTDM's second channel, More TDM. This was a one-off sponsorship where DanTDM was given a free food package from Munch Pack to try unique food from around the world. This is clearly different from KSI's partnership with Lunchly, which yet again is a massive difference from, you know, just being sponsored by a company and having partial ownership of one. He's talking about it as if there's going to be people who are defending him. Newsflash, buddy, there's only going to be like 5% of people defending you. The rest are going to be bashing you because not only is your product shit, but it's also because you talked bad about DanTDM. And as we all know, a real man doesn't talk bad about DanTDM, alright? But hey, let's continue.
I have to say he's a hypocrite. But again, they kept moving the goalposts and being like,
Oh, well, Dan only did this once. He's only made a video once about sweeties to his audience, so you're wrong.
I mean, he still did it, but sure. If you just type in DanTDM sweets, there's countless of videos of him eating sweets, promoting sweets to his audience, but cool. You know, but again, this was another complaint that I heard. They were like, I'm about to do the voice again.
Well, DanTDM doesn't actually own the sweets, okay? You own Lunchly, so it's not the same.
Okay, cool. Where was the same energy when Ryan Trahan released sweets? Where was the same energy when FaZe Rogue released sweets?
Buddy, you want to know why there's a huge difference between Ryan Trahan releasing candy and you and Logan Paul and Mr. Beast releasing Lunchly? It's because you guys are just embarrassingly terrible humans. For crying out loud, you're working with a professional scammer and somebody who commits war crimes and is currently being sued by the contestants of their own game show. But hey, let's save all of that for another video. The point here is that you're working with terrible people that nobody likes anymore. It's like if my teacher assigned us a group assignment and I willingly chose to work with somebody who vapes 15 times a day in the school bathrooms and a kid who lost half of his brain. It's a bad decision and the outcome isn't gonna be good at all. Point in case you chose terrible partners to work with.
Now, I'm not throwing them under the bus because I tried both of their sweets and it's fantastic. It's actually one of the best like sweets I've had in a long time, especially American sweets. Like, it's a shame that, you know, I can't even get it in England. But anyway, I'm not seeing people going crazy towards them on Twitter. You know why? I've realized why. It's because people just hate us. People just hate us. People hate Logan Paul. Okay? They hate Mr. Beast. And they hate me on Twitter, okay? When it comes to Twitter, Twitter is just a cesspool of the most depressed people on this earth. It's like 4chan, but worse. It's like 4chan, but with lower IQ. That is what Twitter is, and that's one of the reasons why I had to leave, because I just felt like I was getting dumber. But anyway, let's continue.
So then from this point on, it's just him reacting to a Reddit post on his Reddit. But yeah, I have to say, those responses were just terrible. Like, I really don't get how you can make a response video this bad. And KSI isn't the only one to respond to, you know, DanTDM saying all of this. Logan Paul says, "I'll tell you what happened to YouTubers. We spent our lives creating content and building our brands. Now we want to build businesses. If you don't say anything when Lunchables faces bans for allegedly containing lead, but when we create better version, you're upset, then don't eat it." Now, the community notes on this is just absolutely insane. Misleading. In saying Lunchables faces bans for allegedly containing lead and that they created a better version, it implies Lunchly doesn't contain lead. The Ice Pop Prime hydration found in the turkey stackums also has reports of lead contamination from the ERC, which is just a stupendous way to clap back at Logan Paul here. And not only that, Logan Paul also put the replies set to people he follows or mentions. And that is one of the worst moves you could pull, Logan. Because Logan Paul knows that there is just going to be an unfathomable amount of people just dogging on him in the replies. Because as I said before, a real man doesn't talk shit about DanTDM. But it wasn't just KSI and Logan Paul responding, it was also Mr. Beast. Lunchables sells hundreds of millions of units and countless people eat it. Our goal is to give people a better for you alternative to it. Our turkey meal is, for example, is 80 less calories, 60% less sugar, more electrolytes. We use real cheese, they use cheese product, they can't even call it cheese, higher quality meat, etc. Obviously, eating fresh chicken and broccoli is healthier, but if someone is going to eat a pre-made meal like this, which millions of people do through Lunchables, then I think giving them a higher quality version at roughly the same price is a net good in my opinion, and why we launched Lunchly. Also, as we get economies of scale and can get things cheaper, we will be only improving the product more and more. Heart emoji. And I'm not gonna lie, this reply seems so ChatGPT in my opinion, dude. It's like 50% ChatGPT, 50% human writing, dude. And overall, if he's trying to say that they're helping out, you know, with like, oh, we need to get rid of all this processed crap, so let's make some processed crap, it doesn't really help out the problem, you're just adding to it. So yeah, overall, all of their responses have just been brain dead excuses for wanting to sell all of this processed shit, and just trying to, you know, take advantage of their child fan base. Because these kids worship these people like gods. Because they don't know what Mr. Beast has done, or what Logan Paul has done. They don't know that Mr. Beast tried defending a pedophile. They don't know that Logan Paul filmed some dead guy in the woods. So yeah, it's honestly a really bad situation right now. And honestly, I'm surprised that a lot of the other, you know, big name creators out there aren't talking about this. Like, I'd expect Penguin Zero to already, you know, be making a video on this right now. I'd expect a Cheeto to make a video on this right now. But surprisingly, they haven't. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the video right here. If you guys enjoy this, please remember to like, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe, and comment down below, because I want to hear your guys' opinion about this. And I just want to say sorry again for, you know, not being able to hold up my promise on the Lunchly, you know, Lunchables comparison. Because as soon as they're in Walmart or in Target, I'll go ahead and buy them and do the taste test comparison. But for now, it's just not possible for me to do that. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you guys next time on